A large vein. It collects blood from abdominal part of the gastrointestinal tract, then gallbladder, pancreas, spleen, then last it conducts blood to the liver. In liver, the portal vein divides into sinusoids. These blood are carried by the inferior vena cava through hepatic veins. Portal vein in liver. Portal vein divides into sinusoids. The sinusoidal blood is collected by the hepatic veins. These hepatic veins carry blood to the inferior vena cava. Then inferior vena cava carries blood to heart. This is the introduction of portal vein. Then we will talk about formation. Portal vein is formed by the union of superior mesenteric vein and the splenic vein. Splenic vein drains into the inferior mesenteric vein. Formation. Portal vein is formed by the union of superior mesenteric veins and splenic vein. The inferior mesenteric vein drains into the splenic vein. This formation occurs at lumbar L2 vertebra, second lumbar vertebra, behind the neck of the pancreas. Then we will talk about the course. Portal vein is formed. Here is I will draw the diagram of course representation. Here is the duodenum. Here is the pancreas. And we will draw the superior mesenteric vessels. These run behind of the pancreas. Splenic vein from the spleen. Combination of these two causes portal vein. Portal vein run behind the neck of the pancreas, then behind the first part of the duodenum, then it last opens into the right free margin of lesser omentum. Tell the course. Formation behind the neck of pancreas, then behind the first part of the duodenum, then it opens into the right free margin of lesser omentum. Behind the right free margin there is epiploic foramina. Let's leave it. This is the course. Then we will talk about termination. This termination takes place in the liver. Normally it collects blood from gallbladder, spleen, pancreas, then it conducts blood to the liver. In the liver, this is divides into the sinusoids. These sinusoids blood is drained to the hepatic vein, inferior vena cava, then to the heart. Termination present in the liver by dividing into right and left branch. Right and the left branch. This is the termination. Then we will discuss about the relations. 3 parts. Relations are infraduodenal, retroduodenal, supraduodenal. Infraduodenal, retroduodenal and supraduodenal. This division is based on the course. Infraduodenal means here you can see that infraduodenal. Here is the portal vein. Portal vein is present behind the neck of the pancreas. Behind neck of the pancreas means here is the portal vein, then here is the neck of the pancreas. Anteriorly neck of the pancreas, then posteriorly inferior vena cava. Anterior relations and posterior relations. Anteriorly neck of pancreas, then posteriorly inferior vena cava. Retroduodenal. Retroduodenal means here. Anteriorly first part of the duodenum, then bile duct, posteriorly also inferior vena cava. Supraduodenal, above the duodenum. Supraduodenally there is hepatic artery and bile duct. Hepatic artery, bile duct. Here is bile duct. Then posteriorly also inferior vena cava. Posterior relations all are inferior vena cava. Then we will talk about the branches. In branches is divided into right branch, portal vein termination by right branch and the left branch. Here you can see the diagram. Portal vein, right branch and the left branch. Right branch is wider and the shorter. Left branch is longer and narrower. Right branch gives a cystic branch. This is the cystic branch to the gallbladder. Here left branch gives, here he supplies to the caudate lobe and the quadrate lobe. Quadrate lobe and caudate lobe. Then para-umbilical vein. It gives branches to the para-umbilical vein for the umbilicus. Here is portocaval anastomosis are seen in the umbilicus. We will talk next. Then the blood easily communicate with the inferior vena cava through ductus venosus. Ductus venosus in fetal life. In adult, it modified as ligamentum venosum. Ligamentum venosum. This is the history of this diagram. Then tributaries. Tributaries are, here you can see the superior mesenteric vein, splenic vein. Then here is the inferior mesenteric vein. Here is the right gastric branch. Right gastric branch gives of esophageal branches. Right gastric and left gastric. Right gastric gives of, where you can see. No, this is the left gastric branch. Here is the right gastric branch. Left gastric branch gives us esophageal branches to the esophagus. Here also portocaval anastomosis are seen. Then here is the superior pancreatico-duodenal branch. Here is the right gastric, right gastric, left gastric, superior pancreatico-duodenal. Then here is the right branch of the portal vein, left branch of the portal vein. Right branch gives cystic vein. The left branch gives para-umbilical vein. Para-umbilical vein and the cystic vein. Here is cystic vein. Here is the para-umbilical vein. Let's revise this topic. Portal vein. Normally, portal venous system is communication between two capillary beds. Usually, portal vein is not a true vein because it conduct blood to the liver. Portal vein conduct blood to the capillary beds of the liver. Then these capillary beds of liver is drained to the hepatic veins. These hepatic vein last drains into inferior vena cava. Then it drains into the heart. But so it is not a true vein because it conduct blood to the capillary beds in the liver and not directly to the heart. Also, portal vein is a large vein collect blood from abdominal part of alimentary tract, gallbladder, pancreas, spleen to the liver. In liver, it divides into small sinusoid which are drained to the hepatic vein, inferior vena cava, then heart. Superior mesenteric vein begins with the, here you can see that portal vein is formed by the union of superior mesenteric vein and the splenic vein. Superior mesenteric vein supplies to the, drain blood from the appendix, cecum, ascending colon and transverse colon. The superior mesenteric vein begins with one set of capillaries. Then here is the portal vein, liver. Portal vein ends with another set of capillaries. So it is not a so it is called true portal vein. Superior mesenteric vein begins with one set of capillaries. Portal vein ends with another set of capillaries. Formation: 8 centimeters long, formed by the union of superior mesenteric vein, splenic vein behind the neck of the pancreas at the level of lumbar vertebra. Course. Here you can see the core: superior mesenteric vein, splenic vein. Superior mesenteric vein, splenic vein union is at the behind neck of the pancreas at the level of L2. Then it travels behind the first part of the duodenum. Then it opens into the right free margin of the lesser omentum. Just behind neck of pancreas at the level of L2, behind first part of the duodenum, then right free margin of the lesser omentum. Termination. Vein ends at the, here you can see the termination. Vein ends at right end of the porta hepatis. Here is the porta hepatis. Porta hepatis right end. Vein ends at the right end of porta hepatis by dividing into right branch and the left branch. Right branch is shorter and wider. Left branch is longer and narrower. Right branch, after receiving cystic branch, it opens into the right lobe. In left branch, it gives branches to the quadrate lobe and the caudate lobe, and also para-umbilical branches. Left branch also communicate with the inferior vena cava. In fetal life, the blood directly communicates into the portal vein and the inferior vena cava through the ductus venosus, also called a ligament. In adult life, it is modified as ligamentum venosum. Then relations. Here is the relations: infraduodenal, retroduodenal, supraduodenal. Infraduodenally, infraduodenally there is a neck of pancreas. Neck, anteriorly neck of pancreas, posteriorly inferior vena cava. Here is the first part of the duodenum, retroduodenal part. Retroduodenally, anteriorly first part of the duodenum, bile duct, posteriorly inferior vena cava. Here is the supraduodenal part. Supraduodenally there is hepatic artery, hepatic artery, bile duct, and posteriorly inferior vena cava. Here you can neck of pancreas, inferior vena cava, first part of duodenum, bile duct, gastroduodenal artery, inferior vena cava, hepatic artery, bile duct, inferior vena cava. Right branch and the branches. Two branches, right branch and left branch. Right branch receives cystic vein. Left branch receives para-umbilical vein, ductus venosus. Cystic vein, para-umbilical vein, ductus venosus. Tributaries are left gastric, right gastric, superior pancreaticoduodenal. Right branch gives a tributary of cystic vein. Left branch gives para-umbilical vein. This is the portal vein system. Thank you. Please dislike. Thank you.